Hello, it's Georgia Darling 555. Just got home from work but felt guided to do a collective reading. I feel like the energy's flowing. I actually did some channeled writing at work. On my break. And as I was pulling this deck out, there was a card stuck to the back that it was leaned up against and it fell on the floor. And that is from this deck. 28s have been coming up. I haven't posted the videos yet, but there were two 28s in one of my recent videos. So it's review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. So that to the side. Okay, and just let's kind of go over. So this up here, Dear Dream That Scares Me, that was actually like a writing prompt. I had an email from like a writing contest, and I thought about answering it, and it kind of scared me too much. It gave me the heebie-jeebies to think about it. But maybe I'll get to it. Maybe you guys can get to it. Maybe you can win the contest. So what came up was, I'm going to start from the top. They came in scattered. Patsy Cline, river, but with the symbol, like the lines with it. Firefly, quiver, 65, pretty bird, hatchling, harrowing, 45, 111, fireside. I don't know if that's like a location, like a fireside. I'm hearing grill, fireside. I think there's a fireside grill near me, so that could be coming from that. But fireside something. Awakened, impression, beacon or reason, I don't know. Paradox and parado. Kinship, quality controls, peace sign. Speak easy, but speak easy. 264 and 24, 2 and 4. And we're 4, so my ride home, license plates confirmed to me that 2 6s and 4s were very, very important. I said it in my head, like, okay, 2 6s and 4s. I'm like, oh, I wrote 264 at work. I got a gavel. Picture this, but like in a picture frame. Budding romance. Leverage. Sunrise. Factory made. 1984. A heart with an X. Nicotine patches. And then you were always on my mind. And then with that same no symbol. Don't question, no doubt. Like, no question about it, no doubt about it. You're always on my mind. And that's giving me passed on loved one vibes, particularly spouse, particularly father. And I'm feeling like this and the nicotine patches have something to do with it. And even factory made, maybe something about occupation, like working for the company store kind of idea. Okay, so I'm going to get into some card pulling and maybe we'll touch back on that. So I love this deck. It's printed in like the 1980s. I can't remember what year exactly, but they're really cool. So I'm going to ask Spirit the messages coming in that are the strongest, that are for the highest good of all, messages that Spirit wants to communicate for the collective. We might have energies coming in through of past on loved ones, like I already mentioned. That makes you uncomfortable or scared. Don't watch this. And okay, so let's see. What does Spirit want the collective to know? so big. So lovely. So beautiful for being so old, you know? They don't, I feel like they don't print, nothing, they don't print like they used to. Okay. So let's start with the first one that came out, which is Three of Cups. But these are image loaded. Get the glare off of here. Let's see. So we have the cups. I can't really tell what I'm looking at. One of the cups is flowing out like a vessel of water, except it's a vessel of flowers pouring out. Got a waterfall. More waterfalls over here. I'm touching on very feminine energies. It's like, and it says love up here, which is interesting for the Three of Cups to me for some reason. Because it is like this outpouring of love. It's like this, and it's like so circular, like it's just feeding back into itself, like unconditional love, just like a waterfall. Eventually the water comes back around and goes down the fall again. Infinite like the shell. Okay, beautiful. And then we have the Hierophant. Jeez. Mm-hmm. Show me your leader who's fit to lead. Elephants are too good for this world. It's almost like deep wisdom and emotion, like in connection with ancestry, but also knowledge, new knowledge, learning. This is just very high priestess to me. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on that one. Ooh, Child of Crystals. Learner, I just said learn. Learning. And it's funny that it's just child because it's a child here. Learning. Okay, perfect. It's like learning to fight fear, which is kind of touching back to me on that prompt, dear dream that scares me. Okay, and then last one. No, there's two more. Seven of Cups. Maybe these things that scare us are just very daunting. It feels like there's so many things to touch upon, but maybe we could consolidate it into one problem or one thing that scares us, not a bunch of things that scare us that are actually the same thing. I'm not sure if that's making sense, but and there are all these different vessels. They're in the deep sea, like it's like you kind of pushed them down. We've pushed them down. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Ten of Wands, growth. And it's kind of funny, like, you don't really see 10 of Wands here. You kind of just see that one rose in the center. I mean, I know there's another one. Well, I know the wands are all kind of brought together, which makes sense. We're bringing together these scary things, bringing them together, and you find out that they're not that scary, and actually it's a beautiful thing, and it's your effing dream, you know? Oh my god, that's so weird. I did not even see that that said fear. Jeez Louise. It's wild. Okay. Yee. I love it. So that beautiful rose is your dream. You just transformed all this murky stuff. And to be able to transform it and work on your life, and I say your life very intentionally, work on your life, and now you have this beautiful rose that's right within your reach. And this mummy's reach. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Okay, I'm going to pull from my shabby deck. Okay, this one's actually a tough one. I don't even know if I understand it. Hell, a real shock to those who dare boldly to define it. That's kind of going with this energy here. That structure. Don't, these structured spiritual practices, maybe we should be urged not to be so rigid in them, and saying like, I'm not gonna go for far into that. Let's see. Okay, Spirit, what else? Oh, forget me not. And I feel like this masculine father-like figure is coming through, and I'm seeing these blues connecting here. This spirit, past on loved one or not, wants to see you shine, bloom, radiant. They want to see your radiance that they know you have. They don't want you to be afraid anymore. Don't be like them. Learn from your life's experiences and make a difference for yourself, because it makes a difference for yourself is important, but it makes a difference for so many people around you that you won't even know, like, in even subtle ways that you might not have even known that they heard you say something. But you're also doing things intentionally because to make people think about things in a different way, to change the course of their day just ever so slightly. This sadness can only last forever. Okay, so we're going from that 7 of Cups fear. Zoom out this time. If you zoom out, make that 1. A few minutes in the shade. Don't spend too long here. Something blue. And it's just these blue flowers. Maybe that's a symbol for somebody. Bluebells, something blue, have blue hydrangeas, forget-me-nots, cornflowers, chicory. That's a lot. I'm just going to take the top one here because I feel like it's the blue. The currency, these shades of blue in you. Maybe this person, somebody in the collective is dealing with depression or shades of blue, but blue is actually so many things. It is I don't know how to explain it. It is all these colors of these beautiful flowers. It is the color of the sky we look up to for inspiration and for comfort. It's the color of the eyes of somebody you love dearly, or is somebody in your life, or somebody you're yet to meet. But it's also the blues. It's music, blues music. Oh, got this, like, I forget what that is. That kind of flower, but blue. The currency, these shades of blue in you. You gotta, some of you, I'm hearing, and I don't mean this in like a, this is coming from spirit, but you gotta get your mental health addressed, because it's really holding you back. If it's depression, if it's the loss of somebody, sadness can only last forever. Maybe you had a recent loss and your grief is just overtaking you. Maybe a husband, about the something blue, reminiscent of a wedding. This is Queen of every heart but her own. Yeah, but you gotta change that. You gotta listen to your own heart. You've done so much for other people. It's time for you. It's time for you. Oof, guys. Bluebell baby. Eee. Fucking love it. My word. Lord, Lord. Healing Springs. Healing Springs. That's, these like the healing waters. You're doing your healing thing. I think you've already started. Keep it going. And then what really happens? You got all of this. Maybe what you expect to happen, and I'm getting like rose tinted glasses or like pink cloud kind of energy, like almost like you feel like this is fantasy land, and then what really happens is a sliver. But it's because you may not have been with the mindset of manifestation, of believing that the things that you want so badly in this life and to provide for others as your gift. But again, work on your own heart right now. It's kind of blocked because you see it as so far away, deep in this ocean, all clogged up and all mixed up and confusing and scary. Dear dream, that scares me. Oh, I love the Bluebell baby. Okay. I am feeling drawn to these right now. Does the collective need to know? What is the real thing you want the collective to take away from this? come away from this video and say, this is what I need to do, this is what I'm going to do, and give it your all. Give it your all. No questioning, no doubting. Just give it your all. Strength. Love it. And I'm seeing bloodline. That's just what I said, what that just feels like in my head. And that infinity, like the flowing, ever-flowing unconditional love, that bloodline. So I really, really do feel like this is like passed on loved one energy. Like, again, father, spouse, husband, particularly, but it could be anybody. That if you know, you know. Maybe you're a healthcare worker and you are excellent. And sometimes you've had to like dig deep down and like find the strength to like keep going to help these people. But don't forget, your heart matters too. Maybe you're in cardiology specifically. That's being very literal, but I feel like for some of you, Page of Wands. I'm hearing that song, Running Up That Hill. And mentioning like that blue, here's that like slice of blue. That blue sky, that like inspiration. Like it's there, it's just propelling you upward, up this challenge. And those 3 pyramids really touching on that deep ancestral tie to you. It runs so deep, that bloodline. What else? The take home here. 5 of Cups. And it was all yellow. Maybe that song is special to somebody. I drew a line for you. Yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. So I feel like this disappointment of losing this loved one, for those who this resonates with, think of that line, like your skin and bones turns into something beautiful. You know, I love you so, touching on, you were always on my mind. Yellow. Strength to push through this disappointment and see something beautiful, because there's skin and bones, it turns into something beautiful. Okay. There it is. And the moon. And there you are, out of your scrubs. In your bed, sleeping. But you're forming a protection, a rectangular protection around you. That gets you to see the clear blue sky and not hear the blues. Sometimes you gotta hear the blues, you know? And I know there's a blue sky there, but this is rest. This is that being the queen of your own heart. Away from the barking dog. Oh my gosh. I almost want to say like your dogs are barking at you, like your feet, like that's kind of feeling like the healthcare worker who doesn't sit down, always on your feet and you're just physically exhausted. Yeah, I feel like I just had a thought. I just want to kind of like look at their description of the moon, the guidebook. The moon. You have entered the realm of night where the moon is king. It gazes down on your dreams, your desires, and your secret trespasses. All the things that you keep hidden in the day are laid bare by the light of the moon. You may imagine yourself as a nice, functional member of society, but the moon knows all about the wildness that lurks within your unconscious. It sees what burrows far down in the depths of your subconscious. You must ask yourself what domestication has brought you and what fear and deception it took for you to bury those wild animals away. You have been allowing the domesticated version of yourself too much control. Embrace the complexity and confusion of the world and throw away misunderstanding and anxiety. Pay a little more attention to things that can only be seen by the light of the moon. Yeah, domesticated, like queen of every heart but her own, caring for others so much that you are just so exhausted. Like healthcare, I'm a healthcare worker and it's so much. It could be so much. Yeah, I think that's beautiful, guys. What a flow, All right, that's all I have for you. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.